everyone. My name is Fatin Zahira binti Muhammad Faisal and I am from DC2A, ID number SEC25030078. This is my video assignment for one global contemporary issue that affects different societies and has relevance to Malaysia, and this is for my subject ENG1213 with guidance from my lecturer, Ms. Arfa. Have you ever seen someone has an absurd amount of the same items? Isn't it weird when you see them? The items can be things such as makeup, water bottles, or even plushies. This is what we call as overconsumption, where one person consumes too much items that in the end serves no purpose. So in this video, I will be talking about overconsumption of materials and its negative effects. First, one of the negative effects of overconsumption is that it could harm our environment. Let's take for example water bottles. Current trending water bottles like Owals and Sandy are releasing multiple designs to cater to their customers. This leads to their customers being intrigued in buying, and when they do buy, it ends up being overconsumption because they're buying so much more reusable water bottles that actually you don't even need them. Every person needs at least 1 or 2 water bottles. They don't need until 50. So, you may ask, how does this affect our environment? It all leads back to its shipping, its production, and the excessive resources that it uses, because reusable water bottles aren't cheap to make. So to start, materials like iron and plastic are constantly being mass-produced into reusable water bottles. Next, the shipment of the products requires a lot of energy and could damage wildlife habitats. We should all be mindful when overconsuming, especially when things that we do not need. It is no doubt currently that most viral items are being marked at a high price range, and if you're not careful, you might end up having insufficient funds due to your careless decisions. A lot of viral trends nowadays that cost a hefty amount of money, but one of the examples are, and I know you've heard of this, is called the boo-boos. There is a viral trendy vinyl figure that has been very widespread and such a viral product that almost everyone feels the need to have one. From my research, one of the most expensive, the boo-boo figure, even reached up to hundreds of thousands of US dollars. And imagine how expensive that is. When things like this happens, it becomes a hot sensation for all over the world. And sometimes our consumers that has no financial literature can end up being irresponsible and buying things even though it's not what they need. So I'm not stopping you from buying whatever viral items that are all over the social media. Go for it. I'm all for buying things, but make sure to be mindful of what you consume and remember if it's a want or a need. Lastly, another negative effect of overconsumption is that it could build unhealthy attachment towards items. So when this happens, it can cause someone to affect their real relationships with real people and also can cause mental illness. This topic goes in conjunction with retail therapy. Retail therapy is when one person decides to go buy items to combat their loneliness or their sad feeling, but this is actually very unhealthy if it is done excessively, as it could lead to overconsumption. So when this happens, customers tend to buy a lot of items that they do not need just to get that dopamine drive in them and receive momentary joy. Due to this, customers could end up preferring to go and overconsume, buy so many things just to get happiness from these objects when they should be learning how to balance happiness between things and real people. If it is not curbed at an early stage, it could end up fracturing real relationships and ruin one's social skills. All in all, overconsumption can happen when a person does not regulate their emotions properly and could leave serious impacts if not treated well. So that's all from me. Bye!